Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Monday edition of the Apex Brotherhood live stream. My name is Richard, and today we're going to do a look at the week ahead for gold, futures, indices, Forex, everything. But first, quick disclaimer. Here we go. How's everybody doing? Got some music on. Here we go. How is everybody doing? I am supposed to have a co-host with me, but he's having technical difficulties, so we'll just give him a few minutes. I need to clean my glasses. We'll give him a few minutes just to sort out all of his tech difficulties. He's been away. That's Will. He's been away for a while, and I don't think he's used his computer in more than a week. So he is most probably stuck with a green screen of some sort. But he should be back soon. All right. In the meantime, these glasses of mine, once it's cleaned. Oh, here goes the. I've got a kitty cat behind me. We'll have a quick look at the markets. That's a lot better. Yeah, I can see. All right. It is nice and cold here by us at the moment in South Africa. It is, or has been, raining non-stop for the last 2 days. So it's cold. I think we've got some flooding that's happening. All right, let me bring up a screen share. And then we'll get straight into the market. All right. So we have pound on the left, euro on the right. Let's start with pound. All right, this is the 5 minute. Let's go up to the 4 hourly. Let's have a look here. Actually, no, let's start on the daily. We'll see how last week ended. So last week wasn't the most crazy of weeks. We didn't really have a strong directional bias at all. This was Friday's close, which closed nice and strongly based on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, after a big dip on Tuesday. So Monday we tried to push a little bit higher. Slowed, not all that great on Monday, but it was expected. After having 3 days of nice bullish action, you should see a day, especially after a weekend, just a little bit of non-inspired movements. And then we had Tuesday and Wednesday where we tried to push lower. Didn't really close all that strongly, even though we did sweep the low of Friday on Wednesday. But from there on, we had a very nice bullish day on Thursday. And then Friday was one of those, we don't quite know where we want to go. We don't quite know what we want to do. Oh, crap. I didn't bring it to stage. Oopsie. Well, everything that I've said is in this little section over here. This is Friday. This is Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Friday didn't give us all that much to work with. Friday was supposed to be a nice big news day for the US. We did get some news, but not the majority of things that we thought we were going to get. And now we're here on Monday where we're printing a bit of a bullish candle. As it stands right now, I'm seeing price attempted to push lower after quite a bearish movement over the last few weeks. We attempted to push bullish, 4 days of bullish action, which looked good. But then the attempt that we had to try and push bearishly, there was nothing. Then we had a bit of news on Thursday, price pushed higher. We attempted on Friday to push lower, and now we're just kind of like stuck in this little area. So if we go down to the 4 hourly and we have a look, you'll see it more clearly. Price is pushing lower, keeps making lower highs, lower lows. Every time there's an attempt for price to push bearish or bullishly, it's short-lived and fails. Nice, strong bearish action. Again, try to push higher, fail yet again. We had an equal high here on Friday and on Monday the 3rd, so the beginning of the month. And then we had this nice push lower and then a failure to continue lower. Started pushing higher, higher high in relation to, well, not a higher high, but like over here, the previous downward swing. It looked like we were going to just react off of this area over here, which we did, but it was short-lived, and then we just pushed through, closed above. So from here on, price has been struggling to push higher, starting to get a little bit of downward momentum in. It's short-lived. Yet again, another attempt. This was the recent low swing in relation to that day. This was the 7th. So we pushed off of it strongly. We came back into it. We just wicked underneath it, had a strong reaction, attempted to push lower, failed. We actually made a higher low in relation to the previous low, and then we started pushing bullishly. Once again, attempt to push bearish. Some indecision last week, Friday, which once again makes sense. It was a large news day with the expectation of some sort of news later in the day. Attempted to push lower this morning, and now we have this nice bullish candle. Going down to the hourly, I'm just going to remove this one. Going down to the hourly, not as volumetric as we thought it was going to be. Slow trudge downward, and then an eventual strong push up higher. I have an idea that we're most probably going to come and test the highs of Thursday. First, we need to break through the highs of Friday, obviously, but I feel like this area over here, the highs of Friday and the highs of Thursday, are to be tested. Something like this, the last upward candle or decision point on Thursday before pushing nice and strongly down. So, but I will incorporate the whole of Friday's high. So this is my initial point of interest that I want to see price react off of, or see how there's some sort of reaction. Yes, Friday we already had higher lows in relation to previous ones, and this area of consolidation over here, misclicked, area over here of consolidation. I'll just take the whole of Tokyo. The whole of Tokyo, we swept underneath it and then started pushing bullishly. This means that there was a lot of orders sitting down here, which makes a lot of sense if you consider that the previous day was basically the low attempt, failed, push volumetrically out of it, doesn't come back to test it again, eventually comes and tests it again, consolidates ever so slightly, then we pushed back into this area of interest, and then we volumetrically start pushing up. So this makes a lot of sense. I'll just remove that one. This one is the only one that is still in play at the moment. So I'm going to take that full swing and the consolidation in mind. Friday or Thursday, we came back down, consolidated, had the news day on GU and on dollar. So a lot of sideways action, a lot of indecision. Even though this wasn't a news candle on Friday, it was just one of those massive bullish momentum, then bearish, then bullish, then bearish across that hour. And then eventually we struggled to push lower, and now we're kind of like just sitting in this area. The most recent high swing, we have just swept. So 48 minutes to see whether or not we're going to actually close above it. But as it stands now, this is a strong candle. Hopefully there's some follow-up for us to push higher. If we go down to the 15-minute, we can see once again, if we have these two areas over here, support, supply, and resistance areas, you'll see that at the bottom supply area, we've had the first touch after it was established. First touch, second touch, third touch. Technically, that is also a first touch with a reaction, but I'm looking for the areas where there was a strong reaction off of. So, very strong reaction here. Dwindles down after a strong reaction off of this point. Strong reaction lower, strong reaction up. Failed to make a higher high, so this is also an area that needs to be tested initially. So we have Friday's close, we have this area of here that needs to be tested, and then the very next one being up over here. So right now, it does seem as though we're struggling to break above this high point of Friday. We do have a low swing during Tokyo where we eventually started pushing lower and then we had a reaction. So this area over here to me looks interesting for a reaction, or not a reaction, a swing point. So I think Will has sent me some messages. Okay, he should be here soon. All right, so we're having a bit of a reaction over here, a long wick. Let's go down to the 5 minute. So over this morning alone, as you can see on Friday, we had this very strong reaction up, no news whatsoever, and then eventual dwindle down, reacts, makes a lower high in relation, yet another lower high, and then equal low effectively down here, or not equal low, but like a base area. And then we started slowly drifting upward higher, a failure to take the high in at the end of the day. Monday opens up after the weekend. We have a bit of a gap. It gets filled immediately, and then we start pushing lower. Last week's low not taken, or last week Friday's low hasn't been taken, and nor has the high been taken. So I would really like to see how it reacts. I'm going to bring it down over here so that this is the high and the low of the day that is tested. Yeah, consolidation just wicked in. Consolidation just wicked in. Maybe if we do this, this will look a little bit stronger. But then all of this is not taken into consideration. No. I'm just going to use... I think that's fine as is. Let's look at the 15. Yeah, let's take the 15. Because we've actually had a reaction and then a wick. So, what I want to see happen on GU is the following. Here where we are right now. Okay, I'm just going to remove this because that is no longer applicable. It was while I was waiting for price action to show what it wanted to do. It was consolidating ever so slightly, but it's not wide enough spread consolidation. So this swing point over here where we've had a bit of reaction, I want to see this absolutely swept and pushed higher, and then eventually come and test this area of support/resistance. This is the very first area of resistance, basically, because it is a swing point which was failed to be tested last week Friday. Obviously, we have this area down here which was tested multiple times. I want to see this bottom area also get tested at some point. First of all, for buys, we have to push through this swing point and not react strongly towards the low side. I need to see price push through it, and attempt to push lower and fail, and then start showing that it wants to go higher before it eventually starts reaching this upper point. That's what I want to see on GU. However, the inverse is possible as well, where price starts pushing lower, we attempt to push higher, we fail, and then we continue lower to try and come and test this low swing of Tokyo. So obviously the Tokyo high to me is an area of interest because we've already had one wick, which was a strong reaction off of it. But we also have the whole day, basically, the high of the day, which is where we are currently right now. So we're in this little box area. We want to see how price reacts at the high of the day so far, as well as the high of a previous session, in this case, Tokyo. Oh, wrong button. We want to see how it's going to react in this area. So these are the two outcomes. I don't think we're going to consolidate today. If we have a look at news, sorry, I was in YouTube. Don't want to show you what I look at on YouTube. On Forex Factory, we do have the Canadian CPI today, but nothing really that indicates a lot of high impact news. we do have the manufacturing indexes, Empire State Manufacturing Index, which is a orange folder, and then we have FOMC meeting. Waller speaking later today, but those are the biggest impact folder news for the day. If we look at the week ahead, so Monday, it's only the Canadian dollar that really has got a little bit of interest. Tomorrow, we have very little in terms of red folder news. All yellow folder. There is some FOMC news for the dollar, and then we do have the MPC member speaks as well. So very, very low impact on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we have CPI for the year-on-year on the pound, which is expected to come out lower. And then we have the FOMC meetings later in the day for the dollar as well. Now, as we start going into Thursday, we're going to start seeing a lot more of the US news that's going to start popping out. So we have, yo, Will, what's up?
Dude, like I've managed to like go through like shortcuts just to get my Chrome tab up. My whole monitor underneath my my top monitor isn't working right now. It's just glitching. So, dude, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm 18 minutes late, man. I do apologize. I've been sitting here like an absolute melt trying to get all this to work.
Nah, dude, it's cool. Don't worry about that.
What's good,
just
guys?
Going quickly through the news for the week.
Okay, nice. I'll leave you to it. You do that, and I'll catch up with you in a second.
All right, no problem, mate. So on Thursday, we have the very first like real high impact news that's coming from the dollar, which is the unemployment rate, and then the unemployment claims, which is not tentative news. The unemployment claims is tentative, but if you're going to bring the unemployment rate out, you may as well just bring the unemployment claims out as well. So we do have some non-farm employment change as well. Very high impact news along with the unemployment rate. So Thursday is a day to really be very careful when trading. Nothing for the pound, nothing for the euro, but a lot of strong New York USD news coming out. And then Friday is the big news day for the whole week, where we have the pound retail sales, euro PMI, pound PMI, and the USD PMI. So Thursday and Friday is going to be really high impact news days. Do be careful when you do trade them. And then also we have the G20 that's going to start. So next week, we should see the G20 meetings as well, which also tends to have a bit of a market movement reaction. All right, that is the news for the week. So basically, Monday, Tuesday, free trading. Wednesday, we should see some reaction on pound, and then later in the day, the dollar, and then Thursday and Friday going to be high impact. What's up, Will? Welcome back.
Not in much. Thank you. Good, dude, it's good to be back. Like, it's super good to be back. It's been, man. Like, I woke up this morning knowing that I had to stream. I feel so tired. It's just like a different feeling. Even though I'm actually up a lot later than I usually would be when I was in Italy. It's just like a different type of waking up. So, dude, I'm super excited though. So glad to be back in my office. I'm comfortable. I'm warm. I got screens. Dude, it just feels so good. I don't need to worry about whether I have to sleep on the streets or not tonight. I know that I got a bed to go to. Man, I'm good.
Dude, I can't wait for your episode to come out so I can actually see all of the shenanigans that you and Ewan get up to.
Mate, it's wild. I got one more. I just rubbed my eyes. I think I've rubbed sleep into my eyes because now my eyes are burning. We got one more episode, or like one more to come out before ours, and then it's ours. Dude, everyone is going to love it. Like the emotional roller coaster we take you on is insane, because like the emotional roller coaster that we went on is just absolutely incredible. So yeah, dude, it was nuts. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna give it away. But all I am gonna say is a $40,000 account isn't much to feed you and your brother.
Especially if the markets are not giving you what you want.
Well, that's what I mean, mate. You know, the markets weren't really giving me much.
Horrible week, mate. Horrible trading week to go and do a challenge. that.
Yeah, it was a horrible trading week, and like don't forget as well, like we were like trading from our phone. Like I couldn't like sit down and be like, right, okay, I'm gonna dedicate 2-3 hours to just laptop trading, because if I could, that it would be a bit different. But mate, yeah, it was difficult, man. Like having to in all fairness though, the train journey there, like between cities, the train journey was a bit of a saving grace, because I could literally fire up the laptop and be like, right, okay, I can do some work now. But on one of the trains, they didn't have Wi-Fi, so I couldn't trade. So I was literally having to like scalp and do stuff on my phone, and man, it was stressful. It was, and then like we had people trying to scam us at Rome. It was, God, man, it was.
What did they try and do in Rome? Like,
we wanted to go into the Colosseum, so we were like, should we go see if we can afford to get into the Colosseum?
Yeah.
And then we went to go have a look for tickets, and this guy was like, "Oh, standing right next to the ticket booth, being like, right, oh, how's it going? How's it going?" One guy goes, "Where are you from?" We were like, "Oh, UK." "Ah, UK, fish and chips." I was like, "Is that what we're known for?
Yeah.
Bloody fish and chips?" What?
Funny man.
Yeah, and mate, he was saying he was like, "Oh, you know." I was like, what's like for the full experience? How much? And he was like, oh, we got one going with an English guide shortly for 52 euros. I was like, right, okay. I was like, we can't afford that. I was like, what about for the one just below? And he's like, the one just below was like 24 euros. All this is each, by the way. And we were like, right, okay. So then we found the proper ticket booth, went there. Dude, like the half experience was 18 euros, and the full experience was 24.
Wow.
I was like, dude, like, if I see him again, I'm knock him out. Trying to scam me. So,
dude, I would be livid, especially if I'm required to trade my way through Italy, and then you have these tourist scammers that just wants to eat up all of your profits.
Mate, literally that. It's the same in Venice, mind, you know, and like Venice was super nice, like super nice. Given where it is, it was quite affordable in some places of Venice as well, which was nice. But yeah, there was so many couples, like men and women couples, like you can clearly see like they're like lovey-dovey, and then there's just like me and my brother. We just stood out like a sore thumb.
Lovey-dovey.
Yeah, literally, man. Me and my brother were like, man, we look like a gay couple. It's so funny. But oh man, it is. I can't wait. I'm in the process now of uploading all the footage. There's 1,300 pieces of footage that I'm currently sending over to the video editor at the moment. And yeah, guys, he's got a hell of a job to try and go through it all. It is going to be amazing. It is going to be absolutely amazing. You are going to love it. I'm going to love it. I'm excited.
All right, let me quickly say hello to everybody in chat, because I haven't done that. I went straight into pound analysis. Nice. Would you be able to bring any of your screens up, or are you still struggling?
My screens are slowly loading. Actually, I'll tell you what I can do.
Okay, while you're busy with that, let me go through chat quickly, and then you can potentially have one of your screens ready to go. We'll give it a bit more time. Right, first in this morning, as always, MGN, good morning. Good morning, MGN, how are you this morning? We've got Jurgen van Vliet. How are you, Jurgen?
Yo, Jurgen, what's good?
Friend. It's been a minute. Glad to see you're back in. Quibus Goosen, good morning, Quibus. How are we this morning, Quibus? Dave Rankin, as always, good morning, Dave. How are we this morning? Keenan, how are we this morning, Keenan? Sorry, Jurgen van Vliet, be right back. I missed that, sorry. Pooley, good morning, Pooley. Good morning, all. We've got Infinity. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, Infinity. We've got In the Wilds, morning. Back with breakfast. Smart man. We've got Annie Forever. Good morning, Annie. Hi, fellas. How are you, Annie? Good. Hello, Will. How are you?
Hello, Infinity.
Will is always good. Will, welcome again to the amazing family. Yeah, he's been
Thank you.
AWOL for a little
Appreciate
while.
I have been able. Been
we'll make,
MIA both. I have been MIA.
yeah, we'll make sure that he doesn't leave us again. We're going to put shackles on his legs and lock him in. He can't go anywhere. Yeah, it's an FU up Friday. Yep, that is definitely what Friday is going to be. It's going to be left, right, left, right, left, right, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it's going to absolutely destroy us. So, like I said, be careful of Friday with the news, especially seeing as there is a high probability of the US government finally opening up. I think that decision was already made. I just think that it's going to, it's just going to take some time for all of the news events to start like trickling through, and then we'll eventually see the real impact of it. Truly, a week on the pist, and then 20 minutes late, HR department 10:30. William,
Mate, yeah, it feels like it.
welcome back, says in the wilds, to you, William.
Thank you,
Unbiased
Miles.
trader. Morning, Richard and William. Good morning, unbiased trader. Successful trip. To be determined.
Yeah, TBC. It depends what you call a successful trip. I'm home. I'm alive. I've got all my limbs, and I wasn't scammed by a tourist scammer. So, yeah, successful trip. But as far as the video, you'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Unbiased trader this morning went long BTC and short index, then taken hit on index. Yeah, I had a look on that as well. I wanted it to slow down and then start pushing lower, but then we had this follow-up candle over here on the top of last week Friday's high, as well as this morning. So I decided to stay out. Was looking for a potential short, but decided to stay out because of this candle over here. Jurgen saying good, but still too busy. You know, that is like a good problem to have. You know,
Right,
you're good, but
If
you're
you're not
busy, and it's a busy good. You know, so if you're busy with like crap stuff that just doesn't do anything for you, doesn't provide you with money, doesn't provide you with any sort of like relaxation whatsoever, nothing, then it's a bad kind of busy.
Yeah, fully agree with that. Yeah, like you said, if you're not busy, you're bored. And, you know, if you're busy on the right things, then it's always going to be a positive.
Look, there's nothing wrong with boredom. You do need some boredom to kind of like make the excitement and whatnot be more exciting. So you need balance. You need that little bit of this, little bit of that. Anyway, MGN saying, if you have any windows that are stuck on the other screen, Will, you can just select it in the taskbar, press the Windows key and Shift, then one of the arrow keys to swap the screen it is on.
I appreciate that, man, but I can't even see my taskbar right now.
Oh. Well, in that case, I guess we're gonna have to wait.
I have actually. I got my I got a terminal app. I'm just gonna have to like do some shifting and do some. You're gonna have to control the stream side of it, because I've dropped the stream into my screen that is sort of glitching and not working right now.
Okay. So do you want me to bring it up?
Yeah, if you bring it up for me, then I'll be able to show a terminal. Because I can see my terminal. Can you see it okay?
Yes, we can see it well. It looks good. Infinity asking for gold. We'll get to gold in a minute. We'll probably have Will go through gold for us if he wants to, and then we can do the other ones as well. Jurgen saying, the job I started in October set me up with managing a 500 mil euro project. Dude, that is big.
That's fun.
That is significantly big. That is quite large, mate. I remember you saying that it was the management portion of it was only going to be like Mondays through or Tuesdays through to Thursdays, and then as of like 2 weeks ago, you stopped pitching up and you went dead silent, radio silent. So we assumed that you either got more responsibility or you just don't have enough time to do anything other than your work. So it's good to see that you're pitching up on a Monday, which means that potentially
It's easy enough.
it's easing up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were a bit like, oh my god, where's Jer? Is he okay? You know, we haven't spoken to him in a bit. Like, should we go in and make sure he's got a pulse?
Yeah, no, I missed you. So
yeah, man, that's the thing about the Brotherhood, man. We all notice when people disappear. You know, it's good to know where everyone is, and when we haven't heard from people in a while, we're checking in. You know, that's what we do here. When it's good vibes only. We all look after each other.
MGN saying boredom breeds creativity. I agree to that.
Okay.
Sitting around just aimlessly thinking about things, sometimes your brain looks for something, creates something to bring you out of that boredom, and that's sometimes where creativity really shines.
Yeah, I suppose. See, I hate being bored. I hate boredom, but you know, there's logic in that, I suppose. Yeah, boredom does breed creativity.
So Jurgen saying, so you can imagine where the busy comes from, but things are under control now, so got a bit more time, dude. That's great. So we can finally have you back in again with your group, your new family. Welcome to the family.
Yeah.
And then maybe, just maybe, we can have you in on Fridays for poker nights.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so yeah, actually, that's a good point. I'm not going to give too much away yet, but Je is he's got some big things planned, bigger than his £500,000 project. Oh no, his £500 million project. Bigger than that, more important than that. He has got some Apex Brotherhood projects to be working on very soon. I'm not going to give the game away, but he is working on some apps. He's going to be working on some absolutely fantastic stuff. But that's all to be released and shown and exposed very shortly. But first, you know, we're gonna make sure that we're looking after Jurgen's mental health when it comes to his workload. So we're not gonna go dumping that on his desk just yet. So, Jo, we're glad to have you back, man.
All right, Will, you've got your gold screen up. Let's have a little look gander on gold.
Yeah, right. Okay, my terminal now. I can see my whole screen. It's still a little bit blurry down here, but I can see it, so it is working.
Maybe you should put your glasses on, mate.
Yeah.
While you're doing this, if you don't mind, I'm going to take myself off screen for just a few minutes. I need to do two things very, very, very quickly. So
yeah, go for it, man. Of course. Yeah,
the floor is yours, mate. Just I'll be back in two to 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, sweet. No problem. Oh, where am I? Hello, people. I'm going to put myself down in the bottom here so you can see my screen fully. Lebosh. No spoilers. Well, yeah, no spoilers just yet, guys. Right, okay, let's have a quick look. So, what do you guys want me to check to take a look at? I know a few of you want gold, so I think it was Infinity asking for gold. I'll check out gold first. Let's jump up on the 4 hour. Like I said, guys, you know, it's trying to get into the swing of things now. I'll hopefully be trading today, but because it's my first day back, I'm going to be trading, but I'm going to be trading carefully today. I'm just going to be trying to get back into the swing of it, get back the habit, and make sure that I'm properly, fully focused and ready to go. So the 4 hour, we've had this big downwards candle here, breaking through this consolidation. Currently, we're looking at this sort of area here, this consolidation that hasn't been tapped into yet. We've also, what's going on? That can go away. There we go. So we've also got this break and retest area that we have tapped into. So maybe potentially add that. Oh, there we go, back. All right, let's pull it back down here. Okay, I'm back properly. So there we go. We've got this sort of break and retest area on the 4 hour, which it looks okay. I think I'd like to see it come down a little bit further. But truth be told, I think I'm going to delete this level because this is enough of a confluence, I believe. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's delete that. Let's try and clear everything up a little bit. Let's get rid of trade history. There we go. Jumping down onto the 1 hour. Let's have a look what's going on the 1 hour time frame. Again, a bit of consolidation. We have had a bearish close with a wick to the bottom, wick to the bottom, wick to the upside. Still a bullish close and a nice bullish engulfing confident close there. Let's mark out our current highs and lows. So that's first things first. We want to identify where we're looking at areas from. So this is currently, there we go. So these are currently my areas that I'm going to be looking at. Fantastic. Oh, my eyes feel super sensitive today. It's because I'm not used to looking at so many screens. I got a week off. So, potentially, due to the 4 hour coming down into this area of interest, if we can get a break and close above something like this, maybe even a retest. We don't necessarily need a retest, but I think something like this would be mega cool. There we go. So, something along the lines of this, I think we could see today. Let's jump down to the 15-minute. So now we're coming down to the 15-minute. It's starting to get a little bit more potential order. This is where, like, the 15-minute, the 5-minute is where I look at actually getting in on the market. This is where I look at my entry potentials. On the 15-minute, nothing. We're in this like bearish momentum. So if we put a trend line across the highs or across the lows, we're going to identify some form of channel to the downside. There we go. So as you can see, like I said, you know, we can identify a channel to the downside. I'm going to delete those because that's not how I trade. There you go. So we are currently in a downtrend. Look at the candlestick characteristics. They're very dribbly. They're very, you know, ambiguous. We're not sort of seeing what we want to see. I think it's going to be higher time frame trading. 5-minute is not really seeing much. I can mark out some 5-minute structure as well. Just give me a little bit more sort of internal price. There you go. So that's not a straight line now. Why is that not a straight line anymore? There we go. Now it's a straight line. Cool. So we got this high here, which is previous high. We got this low here, which is current low, which is not actually a valid low yet because we're still yet to produce a high. It only becomes a valid low once we put in a new high. Whether it's a lower high or a higher high, it doesn't matter. It's only valid once we put in a new high. Lift this up here. There we go. Oh my god, how many lines I put? There we go. So that's what I'm currently looking at. 5-minute, I think, can break a little bit lower. Come down to this area here on the 5. I can't see us moving up from where we are now. Back up to the 15. 15, that actually looks nice for a fib as well. That's bang on the 6-1 fib level as well. 1 hour. Okay, so it's 15-minute and 1 hour trading on gold for me. So price is still a bit if buts and maybes. We're not seeing quite what I'd like to see. So it's looking good, but we're going to wait. And that's my gold analysis. I'd prefer to see bullish movement. But there could be a potential for some selling on the 4 hour. I'm going to sit on my hands for a minute. But it'd be cool if we can get some buys. There we go. And that's that's my analysis. My analytrix.
Looks good, mate. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold to me at the moment is it's still a little bit sideways from last week, Friday. We do have ever so slightly a little bit of a downward trickle, just ever so slightly, but nothing that's convincing me of like strong momentum, like nothing that's like screaming let's go. It's all very mediocre price movement at the moment. As always, when it comes to gold, unexpected movements must always be expected. So if it's going to move, it's going to move one or two directions, obviously. And unfortunately, in this case, it's just kind of not moving in the direction that I would like to see. Personally, I would like to see sells on gold. To be dead honest with you.
Yeah, I could see why. I could see why.
I want to see sells, but what I want and what the market's going to give us is two completely different things. Quibus is saying, I'm currently short on gold, looking for an earlier low. That's exactly the point that I'm trying to make, is that I'm just going to bring my screen up while Will is having his supplements. If we just, this is on the daily chart, so if we just have a look at the double high day that we had, and we have this very last attempt, this is on the daily, mind you, we can always, reduce it and then you'll see it a little bit more properly. But before we had this massive sell-off day, this day, which was the Monday, the 20th of October, was the last attempt to push higher where we had an equal high. We've literally just wicked into that one last week, Thursday, and then we had this nice sell-off on Friday. So this is where we are now currently. So I would like to see this respected. I don't want to see it like disrespected. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't care if we're going to respect or disrespect that. But as it stands right now, I want to see this reaction point hold, because then I have something to work off of. We can push lower from here. We can come and retest it and then try and push lower. But if we're going to push back into this area and disrespect it, what is there for me to test above here? Nothing. If we're going to go for all-time highs, that's fine. I can test the all-time highs. But everything above this point, to me, everything that's here is the unknown. So if price is going to dwindle up and take this high point over here and then start dwindling down, I've got something to work off of. But if not, then I'm sitting blind, So
yeah, nice.
So that's what I want to see. So if I just go down on the 4 hourly and okay, wait, let me go back to the daily so I can just mark this one up, because I accidentally went and deleted it again. I'll just have this like that. If I go down to the 4 hourly and we reduce it to try and see where was a reaction point. So this whole section here was the all-time high. We had a sell-off, then a retest, and then another sell-off. So if I just reduce it to the absolute very last time price tried to go higher and then started pushing down bearishly, it's here. And that price point is 4356, which we were quite far away from. I mean, we only reached a high of 2445. So that's quite the gap. It's $150 difference. So we can come and fill this. I would love to see that. But above this point, what is there to test? I have nothing to test. I have nothing to go on. The strongest reaction that we had was this point over here, which, if we just look at this, it's 4317, which we're getting closer to. So once again, this area is becoming smaller. It was $150. Now it's $84. We can make $84 in a day. No problem. So I would definitely want to see that reaction there. However, if we take the high of this Thursday point, when we started selling off, and we just go left from here, and we see what kind of reactions we had that is the reaction that we've had in this area. So an M structure.
I'm loving it.
McDonald's, a nice little structure with equal highs and then a sell off. So the middle portion, this portion right here is the one that usually is the decision point, and then you have the decision point above as well. So these sections over here is the ones that I like looking for as well. So this was the decision point. How was the reaction in this decision point? Can bring it down a little bit. See, price came into it, struggled, had a reaction, started going higher. But now the fun thing is if I go back to the daily, there's very little reaction point there on the 4 hourly. There's very little reaction point there. It's this section over here with this the middle portion of the wick, and then a push lower, and then a reaction from here. So this is the very, very, very first area of interest that needs to be tested. The very, very first testing point, in my opinion, on the higher time frame. And we're so far from it right now. We're $126 away from testing it. So that's why I'm saying I would like to see sells. I would like to see price come down to this area over here as an example. I want to see its reaction here. It's closer. It's as you would call it, the low-hanging fruit. This is the area that I feel needs to be tested first. Obviously, this section here needs to be broken and closed below, which is the low of last week Friday. But then we have this nice area over here to be tested. Underneath that, we have the most recent low swing, which is down here. It just, the reaction that we're having here is so strong that I want to see these portions tested first. Where we had nice reactions here. So a little bit of consolidation, and then a reaction, which was lovely. So I want to see this tested.
Yeah,
that's what
nice.
I'm saying.
I could see that. I could see that. Like that's an area that I marked out earlier on the breaking retest as well. So I could see that being an area that we'd want to come down to. But it all depends on internal price structure as well, like on the smaller time frame, to see if we can either drop and break and close below it, or whether it wants to just keep pushing higher.
Yeah.
Like we said, we're reactive traders. What we want to see and what we'll actually see could be two very different things.
It's had a reaction. This is on the 15-minute. It's had a nice reaction on the most recent lower high swing. Starting to push a little bit lower.
Yeah, true that.
So
we are dropping. I'm going to bring my screen up real quick so you can see we actually are dropping as well, which is quite nice to see. So this
looks like a very nice.
Yeah. So this is what Rich was on about. This area here. I'm assuming.
We do have a 5-minute drop-based drop as well. After a reaction.
Oh yes, you do indeed.
So I would like to see how price is going to react on this 5-minute. Then I'm going to look for a sell.
So potentially you'd be selling here, no?
Yeah. So that little gray box that you have just above that red line.
Yeah.
There's the drop, base drop.
Yeah.
So just
I'd need
candle.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. It looks really good. We've had the break and close under. So like I said, this isn't a valid low anymore. So it's only a valid low when we've put in a new high. So if price comes down into this area, pulls back up to here, then this becomes a valid low, and then this becomes the current high. And then if we break and close below, then this becomes a valid high, and this becomes the current low.
Yeah.
So the current high or low is where price is currently at this moment in time. So for example, it is here. Previous high, current low, previous low. And then if it comes up to here, it'll be current high, previous low, previous high, previous low. Okay, I quite like that, but it's not. I wouldn't. I'm personally not willing to sell this yet, just because confidence.
I just noticed something.
Yeah, the confidences aren't stacking up enough for me just yet. But like I said, you know, look, it's a Monday. I'm trying to get my head back into gear. Like yesterday, I just chilled in the morning with CC, and then in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, I just went from 0 to 100, like 0 to 100, real fast, and just put my brain into business mode. And I fried myself. Like I fried my brain just because I went literally from 0 to 100. So I think that today I'm just gonna ease myself back in a little bit. I've caught up on a lot of jobs that I needed to do. So today I'm just gonna like slowly introduce myself back into the markets properly, because I think if I jump into the markets now, it's gonna be too similar to how I was trading in Italy, which
You don't want to replicate that again.
no. I'm not saying that's unsustainable what I was doing in Italy, but it was very, very, very high risk in Italy, just purely due to the fact that, you know, I was major scalping.
Love this comment. Goldie obeys no man. Reactive is the way to go. Up or down, just follow the price. Agreed.
True that.
Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. Fully agree with that.
That's what I'm. I think in the wilds you took a gold buy this morning, did you not? Yes, you did. You did. I was gonna say naughty boy. Not naughty boy.
He took a nice goal long. Yeah, he took a really nice goal long. Also, guys, if you want to know where we're seeing these and what we're talking about, then get in the description below. The Discord link is there. Now, we've got two Discord. Well, technically one Discord. Two sections of the Discord. We've got a free Discord that everyone is more than welcome to join. Or you've got the Brotherhood. You've got the Discord that you become part of the close inner family.
Don't say inner circle. Don't say inner circle. Don't say inner circle.
The inner circle trading. I'm joking, guys. I'm kidding.
Hey, guys, I'm out. Guys, I'm out. I'm following Barry. I'm out.
I'm kidding, guys. We're not ICT. We're better. We are actually profitable traders. See how many people we can trigger. No, seriously though, guys. The link is in the description below. There's a free Discord and a premium Discord. Wash your mouth with soap. Yes, I know, isn't it? The free Discord, you get absolutely pretty much everything. You got a chat room. You get to chill with us. The announcements, etc. In the premium, it is £80 a month. However, at the moment, it is £30 a month. I haven't changed it back to £80 a month yet, just because, like I said, I haven't had time to. So it is still £30 a month. So if you do want to get in there, the link is in the description. Get in the Discord quick, get into the premium, and you'll have absolutely everything. Poker nights, you'll have live Q&As with me and my brother. My brother does live Q&As for fitness. He does a fitness session twice a week. There's just so much going on. Like I said, poker nights, banter, live lounges, live trading. We've got a trading lounge, which most of us are in, just chilling every single day at different times outside of the stream. So if you want to get involved in that, then like I said, link in the description below. My social media, as well as the Apex Brotherhood Instagram, is in the description also. But more importantly, guys, make sure you give us a fat thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We nearly got 90 subs, which is so cool, guys. That's
we're getting close to that 100. Awesome. Getting close to the 100, mate. Our very first 100.
Absolutely. So got 15 viewers right now and only 5 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 10 likes at a minimum. So guys, smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And we shall get back to the chat.
We had a fair few people come in new people that were playing around in the Fivers one. Unbiased Trader is one of them. I see he's definitely in today. Some of the new faces, like Keenan as well. Keenan is also new in from last week, is what I'm saying. Like nice. When you were not
also, I just want to welcome. I know Unbiased Trader from the Fiverr stream, and you've joined the Discord, so it's super cool to see you in. So just want to welcome everyone who is new to the Discord. I'll tell you what I'll actually do as well. Let me get the Discord up. Like I said, I've completely had to restart my computer and fire everything up.
Hmm.
You know, when you
I just
start
want to say last week was a very busy week. There was a lot of stuff that was happening, that was going on, and my attention wasn't where it needed to be in the Discord. So I do apologize for my lack of interactions on the Discord stream, on the Discord side of things last week. But this week starting off a little bit better. There's less to do in the background, so we'll be definitely more active this week.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely right. Look, these things happen, you know. So just want to welcome everyone who is new. Jay, welcome in, Jay. We've got Lightunge, welcome in, Lightunge, how you doing? And Unbiased Trader, obviously, of course, welcome Unbiased Trader, and Lawrence, who is the most recent join. So good morning, guys, and welcome, Lawrence, to the Apex Brotherhood. Also, guys, I've given up with my hair. You know, my hair's at a point now where it's so long on top, and it looks super flat. So I've just, you know, tis what it is.
I was supposed to go and cut my hair on Friday, and just did not get an opportunity to go.
Dude, I don't want to cut the back of my hair because I'm enjoying the length, and I want to grow my hair out a little bit longer.
That's what I wanted to ask. Some input. Should we grow our hair out, or just cut it? What do you think, Will?
Well, I'm gonna grow in the back and sides out. So I want some. I'm not having like long hair. You know, I'm not gonna look like MGN. But no, I'm gonna grow
a little bit more. You know.
Yeah, like some nice wavy hair. You know, I'm thinking. I got a photo of the exact hair that I do want. I got a photo because, like, dude, like I no homo, but this hair makes it.
LJ asking, how long precisely? Down to me arse, mate. Down to me arse.
Yeah, LJ, what's good, man? This is the hair that I want.
Mullet Will suits a Welsh farmer boy.
Dude, do you remember when I had a silver mullet? I was streaming on the London live trading floor with a silver mullet.
Okay.
That's the huh?
Who is that, by the way?
I don't know. The best men's wavy hairstyle for 2025 fashion beans. Just a model.
Are you going to change your hair color as well?
I've thought about dyeing my hair, but Cece loves my hair color. She was like, oh, "I love your it's like mousy brown. It's like really dark blonde. It's like a really dirty blonde." Yeah, no, LJ, genuinely, I had a silver mullet. So I had like silver like streaks in my hair. So it was like this with silver in it. And I had a proper full-blown mullet. I was playing rugby. In fact, I got a picture of me playing rugby with a silver mullet, I'm pretty sure. I'll try and find it. Dude, it was...
Will basically had trailer park, but bedazzled.
I had a bedazzled trailer park look.
Yeah. Geeky PhD grad. Oh, great. Jurgen saying go marine style haircut like me. No, dude, like no, like I don't. I've done the. I know this is like not trading related, but like, I've done that filter where you remove all of your hair to see what you would look like bald.
Yeah,
I don't look good bald, mate.
I don't look okay. Oh, I got a video of me boxing with a mullet. Boxing with a mullet.
Yeah, all I can see is just this person going. Can't see the mullet, mate. Like freeze frame or something. MGN, you can't be a wise old man without long hair and an epic beard.
I mean, that's true. No one listens to you if you try and give wisdom, you don't have a long beard and long hair. And you got to be grey. Like even if you're not grey, dye it.
A full-blown mullet on a full-blown muppet. Nice, man. MGN, that is pretty good.
That is good. I
GU
rate
and
that.
EU is starting to line up for a good short, it would seem. If we can just break this nice little low swing on EU, then it could be nice for some selling pressure. And pound at the moment is starting to build up some downward momentum as well. LJ saying, I used to have long hair down to my mid-chest/back. What changed, mate? What changed?
That was the
You could have... Once again, like, we can't see the mullet portion of the mullet.
No, you can't see the mullet. But you can, that was the silver.
You're staring at your screen like this.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
No,
I'm
like,
not.
going
I'm not.
sprint
Dude,
on
I'm
it.
not photogenic. I can't take a selfie. I'm fuck ugly, really.
Don't worry, mate. LJ, you could have looked like the badger man. You could have looked like a honey badger man, not the animal, but the rugby player.
Oh no, that's right. I got rid of the mullet at that point. But yeah, that was me with silver hair. Yeah, that was a.
I've had every color hair, mate. Everything. I've had silver, black, green, purple, orange, everything.
Nice. I've not been that extreme. I nearly went blue for charity. I did nearly go blue for charity.
Nah, dude. I've done all hair colors, MGN. All right. Dude, LJ, I'm glad to see you've survived yet another weekend. EU becoming a little bit more bearish for me now. I'm starting to like how it's shaping up, starting to get a little bit more volumetric candles coming in. Also, I have my terminal up. So this is my stream account, up $16.75 on it from that trade that I took last week. Decided not to do any more trading on it because things were just not aligning the way that they should have during the streams. Now we're going to start looking for a trade. We've got 30 minutes, and if there's a nice little one, I can look for something. Gold is starting to react as well. I'm just going to make it big so we can see. Gold is starting to drop a little bit lower. Like I said, I want to see some sells. Lower high, lower high.
You used it
lower
really nice for your rally base, base drop, drop base drop. I forgot. I can never remember what you call it.
Drop base drop, rally base rally.
That's the one. It's looking really nice, especially on the 15-minute for your drop base drop.
Which one was that now?
EU on the 15. Check EU on the 15-minute.
Oh yes, it does, and we've got a little while to go before it starts. Really...
Yeah, I want to see a break and close under this swing low though to the left. Yeah, I want to see a break and close below that first.
I mean, we do have, let's say, from here as a decision point, if we just pull it through and kind of like see how it's been dwindling around this area. Lowest point, massive reaction. This was earlier in this morning. No, this was Friday, not this morning. Dwindled down. Took liquidity, didn't have a reaction. Attempted again, consolidated, and then this was as we're coming to the end of Friday. This was the opening candle this morning. Is it? Is it the opening candle? Yes, it's the opening candle. Dwindled, pushed lower, consolidated, pushed lower, attempted to come back into it, pushed lower, broke through it, tested this, basically the open of the day, and then it's now dwindling lower. So would like to see it also just do something. Do something. GU, we had the gap. Gap was filled almost entirely at this point over here. Eventually did get filled over here, and now we're starting to look like we want to either push lower or retrace and then continue higher. So from this point over here to there, why is it yellow? Why is it yellow?
Oh, that's
Ugh.
carbon nice as well. That is awful.
Yeah, that is dog shite. There we
Oh
go.
no. Right, guys, give me 2 seconds. I need to go get a charger for my keyboard, otherwise it's gonna die. I mean, literally, doth minutos.
So, if we just go on the most recent low point and the most recent high point on the fib, we're in this just wicked the 50 and the, let's call it the golden zone, as they like calling it, which is, this is also a 5-minute rally base point, and then we have another base point. Well, technically this base point over here is not horrible. Reaction, bit of consolidation, push lower, wicked in. This might set up for a buy from here. Potentially. Let's have a look.
I'm back, people. Oh shit. I'm going again, people.
Busier than a one-armed bricklayer in Baghdad. Yep. Be right back, yo. Who is looking at what? I know that In the Wilds was already in a little goldy gold this morning. Pooley, has Naz showed you anything that you want? This does not look good for a sell on gold at the moment. We have this area that I lined out that had some wicks that we're wicking off of. This is not looking super strong at the moment. US Tech, let's have a look at US Tech. So this was last week's high with a reaction, last Friday's high, sorry, with a reaction. This morning, this is US Tech, by the way, it's NAS. We came into it and then consolidated, attempted to break lower. We failed to really get the follow through. Not a lot of volumetric movement. And then we broke above, consolidated a little bit, tried to push higher, massive wick in relation to all of the recent wicks. So we have this area over here, a little bit of consolidation, the breakout, the retest, and then a push higher. Unfortunately, we have now taken all of that consolidation back. Let's go to the absolute highs. So this would be the Tokyo high, would be the 50 and the 0618 retracement level. What is to the left of this? This is the 5. Let's go to the hourly on NAS. Okay, so we have an area over here where we've had multiple tests. So this was Monday the 10th. We had the gap. This was the Tokyo high, London low. Pushed higher, wicked into it. Let's take that whole section like this. So we take the low and the high there. Reacted, wicked into it, started pushing higher, consolidated. Again in the Tokyo session, which was also the high of Monday, consolidated in this area, broke lower, came to test the lows of the previous day, failed to sweep them, started pushing higher yet again. We then eventually closed above the previous day's highs, but only during the following day. So 2 days, this was Wednesday, didn't break the highs and lows on Tuesday or Monday. So Wednesday we eventually broke through, short-lived, very little reaction, started selling off strongly. Area of consolidation eventually got retested. So this is now the new area basically that is tested. This was the last section where we had upward momentum and then eventually started having a reaction off of. Thursday, we pushed into it during Tokyo and then we absolutely sold off. So this is now the last price point where price tried to push higher and then failed. And then we had the small little area of consolidation here, which then produced this absolute sell-off. So if I go down to the 15-minute and have a look at this consolidation area, we can see something like that with no retest whatsoever. So this is the actual drop down and then retest and then push lower, which is right in this box area, which I like. So I want to see this area get taken. So it is 25,351 and 25,395 needs to be taken if we're going to start pushing higher yet again. Otherwise, I think there might be some selling areas to test. First and foremost, we have this area down over here. To be tested. And then we have a nice little area over... Oh, misclicked. We have this nice little area down over here to be tested as well. And then obviously the lows of last week Friday. We'll just do that section over there. See how this aligns on the left. Nice recent reaction point. Another nice recent reaction. Well, I'm saying recent. This is like October. And then let's see where the breakout was. Let's just have a look here. Consolidation. Okay, that's too far back. But a very nice reaction point here. So for me, this looks like a very nice point to come and test eventually. So this bottom section here is strong. I like this. If we're going to come down and start testing, this area has had reactions over the last while. Very nice reactions. Oh, here's an hourly base as well. Yeah. So a nice hourly base, which we didn't close below. We just wicked below and then we started pushing up. So this is a very, very nice, I would say, strong area of support and resistance on NAS. Strong one. If it's going to be tested, this is going to be the one that ultimately decides if we're going to push bearishly or continue pushing bearishly from last week Friday. Last week Thursday, sorry. Wednesday. Yeah, I'm keen to see sells on NAS. First, come and test this area over here, which to me is also a point of interest. I want to see this tested first. And then obviously just above it, I want to see Thursday's highs be taken to push bullishly. But other than that, I think if we test this and we fail, we can push bearishly from here. Potentially down to this area down here. Just to come and test this. If we don't take this support and resistance point and break through strongly. MGN saying this would be a nice place to buy from as well if EU fails to break below. So which point are you referring to, MGN?
I think it's the only place you could buy for it. It's like right at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like that last line of defense sort of thing.
Yeah. Fails to break below, yeah. This low swing point, but that's on the Tokyo low. But there isn't like much to the left. Oh, actually, there is a little bit of something towards the left. There is a decision point. This was Wednesday the 12th. Yeah. If we break through this, it is quite the break then. It'll have to absolutely tank. What can we aim for on EU if it goes lower? We have an hourly base over here. And one over here, which has already had a bit of a reaction on. So these are the 2 points to test for just very quickly. If it breaks through here. So point number 1, point number 2. If it breaks through cleanly here, retests and pushes lower.
Yeah, I like that there. Like I said, I want to see a break and close below there. That would be really nice.
Looks good. If we can break through. I
I
gotta go. Cheers, Jurgen.
See you later,
Good luck. You were saying, Will? That's the thing.
Going to, or certainly not in London anyway. I think it may be in New York session, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen.
The break.
Yeah.
This is the 15. Let's look at the 5 on pound. Slowing down here at the upper end of the Tokyo high. Let's take this whole area over here, a little bit of consolidation. This is where we are now. GU is not inspiring me for sells, though.
Not fancying it, no.
No, not particularly.
If we can break the high, I think the buys are super valid. Like if you check out the 15-minute and zoom in a little bit, I couldn't think of anything worse than buying here, selling here.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's not inspiring me for sells. I mean,
yeah,
it's wicking on the 15-minute when it has its opportunity to push lower. Even though we haven't taken this high point of last week Friday, we just wicked it. But this reaction here is not inspiring me. We had this strong push from down here, so this whole section here looks great, and then the attempt to push lower is weak. It's a weak attempt. So there's a strong likelihood that we'll probably start pushing up. Sorry about my drawings. I am not LJ. I can't draw as pretty as he can. But the way that I see it right now, even though we started to push a little bit bearishly, it's short-lived. So this base of mine is no longer valid. Because the follow-up is like, there's no momentum. If you go down to the 5, it looks good, but short-lived. Nothing really tested. Yeah, it looks better for buys.
Yeah, I think GU for buys. EU's a little bit in the middle. I don't think EU knows what it wants to do yet. Yeah, GU looks nicer for buys in my professional
humble opinion.
Oh yeah, humble opinion. That sounds
My not so humble opinion.
better.
Gold.
Yeah.
Just wicked off of this area, this 15-minute base.
I've just been updating the the website. There's nothing going on in the markets right now, so I'm actually technically just chilling with you guys. I've just updated the website, so if you guys, I've actually updated Meet the Team. So if you guys want to meet some of the Apex Brotherhood team, everyone working in the background and the front end, then you can actually go onto the website and click Meet the Team, which is right next to home, and you'll see myself. You'll see my brother. You'll see Richard Butler. You'll see Sean Butler. You shall see Sam. You shall see Je. You shall see Jordan, and you shall see 50 Cal. That's currently the team that we got at the moment. It's a very strong team working very, very hard in the background. So big congratulations and a big thank you to everyone working hard in the background. Also, guys, can we get a big thumbs up on the video? Like I said, minimum of 10 likes on this video. Let's get a thumbs up for everyone working tirelessly in the background. I feel like we should have Alex in the team as well. I feel like she deserves some recognition in the team. You know, she
What
also
would you like her to do?
Well, she helps you with the thumbnail, doesn't she?
Yeah, the Friday one.
Yeah, exactly.
But she did teach me a few things, so I have to give her kudos for teaching me a few things on how to do the thumbnails properly.
Yeah, I feel like she deserves a shout out as well. Well, so well done, Alex, on teaching your not so creative husband how to be a little bit more creative.
Believe me, it's a hard task. That was a hard task.
Oh, tell me about it. Dude, I know all about hard tasks. Like trying to get my brother to understand that sometimes you lose in trading was difficult. We were in Italy, and Monday, Tuesday I don't want to give too much away. Monday, Tuesday was difficult, and I'll tell you what. No, I'll tell you about Monday because I was on stream Monday. I was $400 down. I was $400 down. I'm not going to tell you whether I was back up or whether I lost it all or made it all back, or I'm not going to tell you how it ended. But we were $400 down on Monday, and my brother said to me, "I thought you were a good trader." I was like, "What do you mean, Ian?" He's like, "Well, how are we $400 down? Why we should be $400 up? You're supposed to be a good trader. Like if you look at all your accounts, you're up on them all. How come you're now losing?" I was like, "Ewan, we're having to take trades that potentially aren't there just to pay for accommodation, just so we can survive the night." I was like, if I was trading my normal account right now, I would not be trading right now. I wouldn't have taken any trades. So I technically, had I have traded my true strategy in Italy, I probably would have only taken 2 trades, I think. So yeah, trying to get Ewan to understand sometimes what it takes to become a genuinely profitable trader. Man, that was hard. Especially when you're doing it on lack of sleep, lack of food, lack of water, high stress environment, trying to explain to your brother that you're not a shit trader, you're just taking trades that potentially aren't part of your plan. Man, it was difficult. Yeah,
it's when you can't trade in the zone, when nothing aligns. You're outside of your comfort zone. You're in an area that you don't know. You're responsible to make sure that you're going where you need to go. Like you're in a different country. You're not trying to get robbed. You're not trying to pay extra for something, like for argument's sake, going to the Colosseum. So there's so much stuff that you need to take consideration of and keep in your mind. Absolutely, that your mind isn't solely focused on trading. If you're at home, in your home office, you can actually focus.
Yeah, you're in your comfort zone.
Yeah, I've got some trading to do. Yeah.
Yeah, mate, literally. We were in one occasion as well where we didn't make any money. And I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to spoil it, but we stayed in a very dodgy place. very dodgy place. Like, we were a dog barking away from being in the movies, sort of dodgy place, you know, and like a dog barking and a bin rustling or something. Yeah, it was...
Don't give it away because you're going to spoil it. I want to see the reaction.
Yeah, I'm not saying anymore, but it was hard.
Unbiased trader saying that he's going to have a second go at shorting NDX. He's down 2% on his Fivers account. Been a rough past 3 weeks, dude. It happens. It's not been the greatest of last week, or the last week and the week before hasn't been the greatest of trading conditions. The fact that the New York government has shut down everything and we're not really getting the information as we're supposed to is kind of like thrown everybody out of the we know or what we expect what's going to happen. And, you know, with the information not coming out, it's really difficult. You just taken a short. Where did you enter, my friend? I would like to see where you entered, and then maybe just tell us where your stop loss is and what you're aiming for.
Yeah, nice one. Also, unbiased trader, if it's not your week, or if you're really struggling to see stuff in the markets at the moment, that's completely okay. You know, that's normal. These things happen. What I did take from last week in Italy, what I did learn is how easy it is to break your plan when you're not actually seeing what you want to be seeing. Especially like some parts of last week made me feel like a beginner trader again, just because I was wanting to take trades and get in on stuff just so I could get in. If you're not seeing what you're wanting to see, don't enter the market. You know, wait until the markets are a little bit more clear for you.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like this. Done for the day, 1L and the second one running. The difference between you becoming a successful trader, a profitable, consistently successful trader, is knowing when to walk away.
Yeah, 100%.
Knowing when the market is not giving you what you need, and it's okay to take an L on a day. You will come back the next day and you will try again. On Friday, I took an L. I took one trade in the morning that was great, and then I followed it up with a second trade that did not go my way, and then I followed up with another trade. I followed my plan exactly as I should have. It just did not go in my direction the last two trades. I ended up the day down, but that's okay. It's one of those things. It happens. Monday, start anew. We're back at it. Unbiased trading saying shorted at 25,225. So 25,225, 102. And then your stop loss is 215. Oh, stop loss is 102, and is that in points? So 102 points. So somewhere up over here.
I'm going to assume it's going to be 102 points stop loss and 215 TP.
215 TP, so 215 somewhere over here.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you said points.
Yeah. So something like this. A little bit of breathing room. I get it.
All right.
So you should be drifting roughly a little bit in drawdown, just a little bit, or close to break even.
Yeah.
So if I may ask, what was the reasoning for selling?
Give us a breakdown. Give us a breakdown on why.
Give us a breakdown. And if you don't want to give it here, give it to us in the Discord. You can go into the chat, just posted what you were thinking, and then I don't know. Let's dissect it. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah. Also, guys, you don't have to have a winning month every month or a winning week every week. Like this is my November. We're on the 17th of November now, and I've taken T trades. I've taken 3 trades, and all of them have been losses. I've had $347 worth of losses in November, 802, 150, 155, 100, You know, so I've taken 100% loss rate in November. Now, that was all of not last week, but week before. Yes, okay, last week I couldn't trade this account. This week I will be trading the account. So, guys, you know, don't stress over thinking you have to make all the money back straight away. You know, had I have made all my money back straight away, then, you know, we'd all be laughing, you know, but it's just not realistic. So take your time. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. That's something that I've found that a lot of traders do, and I think I had to go into an uncomfortable position like Italy to actually remind myself what trading outside of your plan feels like. And dude, it's horrible, but it's almost addictive. You know, it's a real, not wormhole, but like, it's a real black hole. You know, it sucks you in, and once you're in, it's impossible to get out. You know, it's really difficult, and I think that's why I'm not going to be trading this account today unless I see a really, really nice A+ setup, just purely based on the fact that I want to make sure that I'm taking it because it's my plan, not because I'm still in Italian mode where I want to scalp. So, unbiased trader, for you, you know, don't stress over it. And this goes for anyone else who potentially either is A, in drawdown, or B, just not quite having the trading session that they want. Take it one day at a time. You know, take it one session at a time. Take your time, follow your plans, and just trust the process.
Agreed. Really agreed. Unbiased trader is saying that your strategy is based on the previous day high and lows, so short bias on NAS, so wanting to see the breaks and then continuation, or the breaks and retracements. Entry is based on the RSI, and then I have a BTC running and based on the Asia move, and use pivot points for entry on the 6 a.m. UK time, and it's based on a different strategy a different one for Bitcoin and then for NAS. Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. We'll see how your trade plays out. It is a little bit in profit at the moment from what I can see. But yeah, let's... how much do you normally risk? What percentage amount do you risk? 1%, 0.5%, 0.25%, 0.1%?
I'm going to guess 1%. I feel like unbiased trader, I don't think you're new to trading, but I feel like you're still slightly green. I feel like you're going to be risking a full 1%. Maybe even a little bit more. I think maybe like 1 to 1.5% I'm going to go with.
EU is reacting off of the low point with a nice strong candle. We'll see if there's any follow-up. GU as well, just broke above the Tokyo high, retested it now. It's looking like it wants to push off, but still a little bit slowed. If we look at the 5-minute, it's starting to want to push a little bit more. So this might have been the retracement from the low to the high. We just wicked the 0.5 on the fib, so, or just missed it. So there is potential that it can either just absolutely tank from here because it's not getting the follow-up going bullish and then start breaking down. EU is not having the reaction just yet that I thought it was going to have. It's not breaking the highs of the previous swing point, and it's swinging a little bit lower. So EU, I'm still a little bit more bearish on it. GU is a little bit in the middle for me. I want to see the follow-through to push higher on it. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Because Fivers is a 5K bootcamp, it's 1/8 at the moment. 1/8 percentage. Nice. So 0.125%. That's good. I used to do a 0.125% on my my bootcamp account. I had a 100K one. It's one of the accounts that I lost due to Trump's tariffs jumping in. It's one of those accounts that I lost, unfortunately. So 5% drawdown is not a lot, and especially if you're doing it with lower leverage, so 1 to 10 leverage. You know, you don't have the most to play with, but you do try. So and that's one of the ones that I lost, but it was a 0.125% trade one on that as well. And then once my portfolio is green, I'll be 1/4, so 0.25% maybe. I like 0.25% to 0.5% risk.
Same as that.
That's my happy place.
Yeah, I've now worked out for me as well. I'm very similar to you, mate, where my happy place, my comfort zone is around 0.25 to 5. Or 0.25 to 0.5. I should have rephrased that. I will go up to 1 or maybe 1.2. Sometimes I'll even go up to a 3% risk. Very rarely. But yeah, I like my sort of lower risks. For me to stay in the game a little bit longer, 0.25 to 0.5 is usually where it's usually at for me.
Yeah. All right, guys, we have reached the absolute end of today's stream. Thank you to everybody that has joined us today. Thank you, everybody that has dropped a like or subscribed or shared it. We really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please go ahead and do so. Drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, and then share it to anybody that you would like to introduce us to that might enjoy this kind of content. We'll definitely be more regular this week now that Will is back. There's obviously a lot of stuff that's happening in the background. There's a lot of work for the Apex Brotherhood. There's a lot of stuff, ideas that we have that we want to actually start putting into practice. But for now, if you guys can just give us your support here, we would really appreciate it. Get into the Discord as well. For those of you who are not in the Discord, information in the description box below. Will, anything from your side before we end the stream?
We've got 88 subscribers. So for those of you who are new here, please subscribe to the channel. That would be absolutely legendary. Let's see if we can get 2 more. Let's see if we can get to 90 by the end of the day. I think we can do it. 2 more subscribers, 90 subs by the end of the day. That would be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please smash up that like button. We have got 12 likes on the video, which is absolutely cool. Thank you so much for joining. Again, I do apologize that I was MIA last week, but I am back and I'm not going anywhere. I've gotten 0 plans now up until January. So I've got absolutely nothing planned now. I am all yours, back in the Discord, back in strong. So I shall see you all there. Link in the description.
All right, guys. For those of you who are heading over to the Fiverr stream, you'll get myself and Will there this afternoon. So go and give your support to the Fivers and also come and support us while you're there. For those of you who are not heading to the Fiverr stream, we will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. All right, guys. Have a great day. Cheers.